Welcome to this introductory video on the new advisory period at Richard Montgomery High School. We're excited to share with you some of the details of what this program will look like for students in the distance learning model. This summer, members of the school instructional leadership team worked together to develop a structure and set of materials to support the new advisory period. Our team includes Damon Monteleone, principal, myself, Joe Jellin, IB Magnet administrator, Todd Stillman, social studies resource teacher, Paul Kraft, school counselor, Ryan Steck, elected staff representative, Nancy Shea, IB diploma program coordinator, and Molly Clarkson, our IB middle years program coordinator. This evening, we'll discuss several of the important elements of the advisory period, including the purpose and structure for advisory in this school year, the design and content of advisory lessons, and the role that advisory plays in connecting and supporting students in remote learning. Please visit the link that you see at the bottom of the screen if you have any follow-up questions regarding advisory.
First, let's talk a bit about the purpose and structure of advisory in the distance learning model. Last year, we had homerooms once a week. We used the time to distribute information, to collect surveys, and to attend to SGA matters. In addition to doing the work we did in last year's homerooms, we'll also use this time to support students, build community, and strengthen skills to confront our unique circumstances. This year's advisory meetings will take place during the last period of each B day. This means we'll be meeting twice a week, every week. All materials will be posted on Canvas for easy access.
During advisory, students will periodically have the opportunity to check in with their teacher about their academic progress. The advisory teacher will help students reflect on next steps and connect them with resources. Advisory also includes time dedicated to building our school-wide RMHS community. Each class has elected a delegate to the Student Government Association, and the SGA will be organizing events throughout the year. Moreover, school activities like the club fair will also take place during advisory. Finally, grade level activities such as MYP projects and Naviance Family Connection College Search activities will also happen in advisory.
We learned from students in the spring that they had challenges with time management, organization, and motivation during distance learning. Advisory will include strategies and activities for helping students overcome these challenges. These self-management skills are part of an IB approaches to learning framework that focus on teaching students how to learn. They are vital skills for both distance learning and for when we are back in the classroom together. Throughout the year, we will be focusing on teaching students both through and about the approaches to learning skills.
According to the National Education Association, it is teachers' responsibility to prepare students for the real world, and that means having conversations about real social issues. The conversations that will take place during Rocket Talk will focus on current events and other issues that we face as a society and school community. During Rocket Talks, we will promote the segment of the IBO mission statement that states other people with their differences can also be right by practicing equitable and productive discourse. The county seeks to put social emotional learning and well-being front and center. The county aims to build a positive, supportive, and culturally responsive learning environment for all students. We will incorporate plans to address social emotional learning through advisory and through lessons developed by county experts. In addition, we will provide ongoing follow-up and monitoring to determine if additional supports are needed for students.
I'm not sure about you, but when I think back to my high school experience, I don't really think of my first period art class or the homework I did in geometry. I think of my friends. I think of football games, dances, clubs, hanging out at lunch. I think of the sense of community that we formed outside of class, but was captured in a shared school spirit. We know our students are missing all of this right now. So how can advisory foster a sense of connection and community between students? Take a look at what this used to look like back at RM. And while we may no longer be in the building and we might not be able to congregate on Main Street before school or after school or even during lunch, we can provide a virtual space for the events that take place there. Things such as club fairs, speeches, and dialogue about what's happening in the world outside RM, performances, student-led activities, the elective fair, and much more. We thank you for your attention today. In order to gather parent questions about the advisory period, we've created a brief Google survey which can be accessed at the link on the bottom of this slide. Thanks for attending RM's Back to School Night. Have a great evening.